Hello. It's time to go to see Castor again.
Oh, I cut in on right on on stream and not bonus.
Oh yeah, because I have to hit record first. Hey Wise, hey Doc.
Wise duck. It is time.
So I
And this
finally get to
time,
see what you're so
I've
excited
got-
about. Oh, first we have to get past the game crashing.
Oh yeah. That's right. We gotta do that and then scroll up.
Yeah. Hey Wolf Assassin.
Wolf.
Also, sorry if
I have.
anyone is watching the VOD and wasn't notified that this stream is happening. We probably should have said something.
Yeah. We did say something last stream.
We did.
Oh, we have an exclamation mark caster scene to do in the temple.
And apparently it was really high. Hey Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, and it was the scene that crashed the game when we clicked on it. And apparently it's really long, so.
And I have the makings of Gollum juice in this room now.
Oh
so
wait,
I
you
can
actually need
scream
some?
all I want to.
I need to make some
I
stuff.
have the ingredients.
Oh,
pureed ginger,
sorry, Doc.
the honey. I have a lemon downstairs. Oof. Well, thanks for hopping in.
Though. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, we just gotta skip it. But yeah, I need to make some Gollum juice, as gross as it sounds.
I might mix it up and end up making just a fucking, like, ginger-ish hot toddy.
Instead, you just make Gollum juice alternate tears your voice apart. What would that be, Galter?
Yeah. If I can get a stream.
Galter juice. Alright. Shiro's VA probably needs some of that.
He also streamed a lot of Sasuke.
As who? Sasuke?
Yep. Oh, please don't put the mouse there. Please don't leave the mouse there. That's giving me a heart attack just looking at.
Oh god! Oh god, I just noticed. No.
I know there would have been a thing that's like, are you sure you want to? But like,
I didn't even notice. Oh god.
Oh.
I couldn't even imagine. Yes, panic. Oh, my mouse is over the erase.
Nope.
But I didn't.
Well, that's that. Yeah, just leaving the mouse over the erase button and like.
Now that I see it,
off
I
my
kind of
ridiculous anxiety.
Want to get rid of the erase button. I wish it wasn't there.
Oh, you should click the erase button to erase the erase button.
Yeah, that'll work. What does copy do? I guess it just makes another one down here.
Yeah, I guess. It does. I just love how it's not playtime 0 hours, 0 minutes for the ones we don't have a save slot in. It's just playtime.
That'd be funny if I had like the block text, like in Stay Night. And I guess it's here too.
Yeah, we could probably get the
we can get that
down a little bit next time. But let's start.
Yes, let's start for real. We never do anything.
But let's start and actually start.
Oh yeah, hit stars so we can get to the scene. Yes. Alright. So we skip, right?
We can skip if we want to just go straight for that. That would be I mean, it would be next day.
Next
Yeah,
day.
yeah, next day.
And it's afternoon, right? Alright, there it is. Alright, so be prepared to control.
Be prepared to apply some controls.
Alright. And and control.
Hold it.
Alright, is that good?
Okay. Scroll up.
Oh, this song.
Alright.
Song.
Yeah, this song.
Oh. Wait. Oh, the D&D dealer. I thought it was Mothman again.
Nope, Mothman is only on Tuesdays.
That is a quote without context. I see, Caster. Come to think of it, it's not unusual to find her meditating here. I wonder if there's something she's thinking about. Oh.
And we can click to hear.
Yeah,
There we go. It's the voice.
Crashes it.
Voice line. It's the voice line.
Guess so. I guess so.
Are you kidding me?
No.
All right, if I could get that stream again whenever we restart. Well, I mean, if it's just a Shiro voice line, right? That's like we know that it's Shiro.
Yes, Shiro's voice is too strong. You got it?
Oh yeah. Shiro and Kirei are in fact parallels, you know. Of course they'd both be able to crash the game.
What happens if I go to continue? Does it just... Oh, no, never mind.
It's just after 9 p.m., huh?
So...
Save and title, not exit.
Yeah. So start.
Start. Skip.
Next day.
Next day.
Afternoon. We're gonna get really fast at this.
We're gonna do this scene if it kills us.
Yes. Alright, control.
Hold control. Okay,
Alright,
there
so
we go.
here.
Now scroll up.
Now you read.
Okay.
We're not gonna listen to Shiro. I'm the bone of in-game passions. Yeah.
She did turn me down when I tried asking about the Holy Grail Ward last time.
Maybe now's the right time. Perhaps I'd be able to hear the real story from her. Asking for the real story? What am I saying? I've already asked Caster everything I need to ask. Oh, you can see the text box change when it gets serious.
Oh, you can? You can.
Have you noticed that? I've been thinking about that for a while.
I haven't noticed that. Good catch.
Oh, I just used your comment. Shiro, she's August too powerful. Disorder complex. That's what crashed the game.
The truth.
If I question her any further, I might end up touching upon the truth. That's too reckless. No matter how much she prefers living a peaceful life, she's still a natural-born witch. She will eliminate mercilessly anything that does not serve her interests. As if sweeping away the dust before her without hesitation. Yeah, it's a more like jagged explanation text box for the other scenes, whereas for these it's a more like rounded and solid one.
It's the OG text box? I
think the OG
that out
is...
in my mind, apparently.
I think the OG is just like Gray? There wasn't any, like, transparency difference? I can't let my guard down. Whilst living amongst someone whose very existence is something that hurts others. Showing any weakness at all is fatal.
そう。あいつは裏切りの魔女メディア。
Yes. She is the witch of betrayal. Medea.
人間の敵として祭り上げられた反英雄。
An anti-hero revered as the enemy of humanity.
I recall the myth. I remember it. As much as Stay Night tells me anyway. The Princess of Sorcery. He received the teachings of the Great Witch. I don't know everything. Just the broad strokes. The cunning witch behind the demise of many countries in the Age of Gods. Oh, it's another one of these. So we do get them for every servant.
Princess Medea.
She's so pretty. Yes, you know what I'm
The daughter of Aeetes, the king of Colchis. The edge of the east of the Greek world on the eastern coast of the Black Sea. I assume that's Aeetes. A sorceress who received the teachings of Hecate? Hecate. I'm supposed to be the pronouncer here, damn it. Hecate, goddess of magic. A princess who led a sheltered life as a king's daughter.
Medea.
The innocent princess, who was raised unbeknownst to the outside world, was plenty content with just that.
Oh, that Nasu rating.
She neither wanted wings to set herself free, nor did she long for the vast outside world. She loved the country she was raised in, and was satisfied with living her whole life in the mountains. However, with the arrival of heroes seeking glory, the girl's hopes were shattered.
I'm just pulling out the cry counter because I know what's gonna happen. Argo?
The captain of the Argo appeared from the outside world.
Argo, that sounds familiar.
I don't actually remember. Jason, that's right. Jason, the hero who arrived seeking the treasure of Colchis, the Golden Fleece, when caused Medea to betray her country.
Oh, this all sounds very familiar. Also, in this, like, with all these fantasy names, Jason feels so out of place. Like all these
Except that this is
complicated
I'm pretty
historical, mythical names, and then there's just Jason.
I'm pretty sure this is the origin of the name.
Oh, really? I guess.
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
great
no,
name.
that makes sense.
It's just super popular.
It had to have its origin somewhere. The boat boy? Why is he the boat boy?
Because he, along with the Argonauts, had adventures on a boat. That's what their myth was about. He was the hero of a myth. Oh,
this is also fascinating. I love Nasu's retelling of myths. I'm actually curious to know how much they deviate from the actual myth.
Oh shit, I didn't actually know who the Argonauts were.
Yeah.
Included Heracles, huh?
The Avengers of the Greek worlds. Oh wow, so Herc was part of that.
Yeah.
Greek mythology sounds so interesting. I need to read more of it. The Golden Fleece.
Yeah, look at the whole like the kettle.
It was because the goddess aiding Jason, Aphrodite, put a curse on Medea which caused her to fall blindly in love with him.
Oh no, not... Fuck, I forgot his name. Zero Lancer. Those curses are...
Medea betrayed her father, gave the golden fleece to Jason, and escaped Colchis with Jason, now her husband. Colchis? Colchis.
Where else?
Even as the king of Colchis pursued the Argo to reclaim his daughter, the cursed Medea used magic to tear apart her brother who accompanied them into pieces and scattered them across the sea.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Grieving, the king collected his dead son's remains, and Jason and company used the opportunity to put Colchis behind them. Like this, the foreign invaders shook off their pursuers. However, it is said the disquieting atmosphere on the Argo did not fade. The princess who presented her homeland's treasure to the man. The woman who went as far as to kill her own brother for the man she loved. The heroes on the boat unanimously castigated the girl who was the princess of Colchis. Shit, is that coming through?
A little bit.
Why is that coming through Archie's voice? As if regarding something disgusting and filthy, the heroes avoided the girl. And see, now you can understand even more the caster route.
Yes. Girl. Ah, Nastia. Or I guess mythology in this case. This is all real, right?
That's mythology.
'Cause I know
Fortunately
Nasu
for
adds to
Medea,
it, but...
whose heart was bound by the goddess' curse, she saw their condemning gaze as no different than a mere sea breeze.
Oh, I'm blaming the curse and the goddess that cursed her more.
Yeah, that's kind of
gods are fucked.
Aphrodite problem. From what I understand. Not an expert on the myth. Swear to God, I had some... There's my sentiment. Sorry.
Just the thought of, like, feelings being able to be manipulated like that is horrifying.
Yep. The gods were horrifying dicks.
Gods
suck. Played around with humans.
It's a great writing tip for D&D.
You'd better hope you're one of their favorites.
Uh-huh.
She was content with hearing only Jason's words. I'm sorry. But you've done well, Medea. That's right. That's right. As long as she could hear such words from the man she loved, she could endure the hero's disdain.
Oh, so this is different, or?
Well, I mean, it's also different from, like, individual telling the myth to individual telling the myth, I'd imagine.
That is true. There's always several versions. And I'm sure they're all interesting in their own unique ways.
I'm sure some are just utter bullshit, too.
Oh, for sure. It's like a bad fan fiction. Right?
The regret of abandoning her country, the sinful betrayal towards her father, the punishment of murdering her own brother were all things she could withstand. And yet, not once did she hear such warm words from her husband. The return voyage ended without the slightest problem.
Damn.
Jason made the foreign princess his wife, and returned triumphantly to his own country of Lulkos with the promised golden fleece in hand.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna get to that.
But wait. What would have waited there was the death of his parents, and the annulment of the promise. Once the golden fleece is returned, thy throne shall be recognized. Peleus, the king of Lulkos, who promised this to Jason, cowardly laughed it off as a simple play of words. Fueled by rage, Jason commanded his betrothed. He's a cowardly usurper. Kill King Peleus. Though seized by her love towards Jason, Medea was still but a young girl.
Hello. Fall asleep.
To the girl who had been shattered by her deed against her brother, Jason repeatedly insisted. Kill.
It's a good point, Weiss.
Kill.
Yeah.
Kill King Peleus, who broke his vow. Kill the king's relatives. That's right. The king alone will not suffice. Kill that unsightly successor in the three princesses too. It did not take long for Jason to prepare the assassination. The king and his daughters were invited to Jason's house. In the center was the witch's cauldron. The girl had been bestowed it by the great witch Hecate, a crystallization of secrets and a foundation of mysteries.
Crystals?
Mystery. My good king, we welcome you to our humble abode. Or wait, is that Medea?
I think it
Whatever's the
is.
case.
My good king,
Well,
we welcome you to our humble abode.
Before anyone realized, the end had already begun to draw near. Unable to resist the man she loved and the curse of the goddess, Medea would use her own magic for the murder of the king. King Peleus, let us feast our eyes on my wife's secret arts. The man she loved said proudly. The girl stirred the cauldron, with eyes weary from crying. This would be the secret art of rejuvenation. The magic in which my wife is particularly skilled. Thus spoke the man whom she unknowingly came to love.
Oh, I should probably update that.
Unable to oppose, the girl continued the ritual.
Go back.
The hands stirring the cauldron grew ever so tired, feeling like lead.
I'm afraid you have to fuck the gods.
Yup.
Those fuckers.
Those fuckers indeed. Come to think of it, from the moment she had put her country behind her, had she ever been able to sleep peacefully? Her mind and body exhausted, she continued on as if surrounded by thick fog. Being this tired made her forget.
Oh. Yeah, Aphrodite is fucked.
Being this sad made her dull. Oh. Had she learned magic to do such things?
Again, what's gonna happen?
She cut up an aged sheep and placed it into the cauldron. Stir, stir, splash, splash. It melted and disappeared. And then the aged sheep that had lost all shape and figure revived at the hands of Medea. Its skin brilliant and its eyes full of life. The aged sheep was reborn a lamb. The king, impressed, requested that he be rejuvenated as well. Then the girl spoke. Just as instructed by the man she loved.
For that purpose, the body must first be cut apart. This art requires that you die once.
The king, fearless, ordered the 3 daughters he loved so to perform the dire deed. That he loved so. Okay. The 3 princesses cut their father to pieces The king was thrown into the
Oh,
cauldron,
God.
and then... I saw it! I saw it! Those fiendish daughters carving up their own father. Their father did not revive. The three princesses cried and screamed. The man she loved then bound the women.
God.
The gods will never forgive the sin of patricide. Daughters of King Peleus, take up your own lives. The three daughters cried and shouted.
Jason.
Why has this happened? They cried.
Just hear them.
They pleaded for forgiveness, not from the gods, but from their father, the king who they had killed.
Jason. Hey,
The unfamiliar man called Jason did not forgive even one of them. Yeah, Matt.
I really only knew the broad strokes. The broadest.
The goddess's curse vanished at that moment. I guess when you put enough stress on a thing.
Then it breaks. Oh, Medea. I knew where this is going from the start.
Her clouded heart finally cleared up. But it was too late. Betraying her country, killing her brother. Killing the king through trickery. Going as far as to let the three innocent princesses die. That day, the girl had undoubtedly transformed into a witch.
Let me go back.
The splendor of Jason's ascent to the throne lasted but an instant. The people learned of the king's murder, and they drove Jason and the foreign witch out of Lolkos. Jason, who had no place to return to, took the witch and roamed Greece, wandering at last to Corinth. The king of Corinth welcomed Jason, and before long proposed matrimony with his daughter Glauce? Glauce? Does she get blinded?
Oh, because it went dark.
Well, I was gonna guess because that would be an origin for, like, glaucoma.
Oh, yeah. But also the screen going dark would symbolize that.
Marry Glauce, and obtain the kingship of Corinth? Or keep the witch as wife, and continue to receive the king's protection? Jason did not hesitate. Even though he had begotten 2 children from the witch, their bond was not enough to keep him near.
Jason,
Jason abandoned the witch and ran to Glauce's side.
Please don't go. Please don't go. I threw aside my home and country for you. I gave up everything for you. Have pity, if not for me, then for the children. I beg you.
To the witch who clung tearfully, the man said, "What are you trying to say? Was it not your fault that I lost my country? You terrible foreign witch. I never loved you even once." Before she knew it, home was too far. All hopes lost, she stepped onto foreign soil.
Go back. Let me go back.
And so, at the end of a long journey, her only desire was born. But how could it be granted? Everything was but a dream of paradise. The girl became a hideous witch, and even upon returning home, not a single soul would believe her to be the young princess. She had changed so much.
So,
Even as the castle she lived out her childhood in remained unchanged, surrounded by the same greenery.
do I? Yeah, it was to go back, right? Let me go back.
And then, on the day of the marriage of the man named Jason, in the midst of countrywide celebration, Corinth fell. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Even if my case was more minor, it's still,
Yeah, no. Oh.
Glace, the bride, was engulfed in flames, and the hero who was become the new king was forced again to a life of wandering. The tale that follows is no longer a part of the legend. It is said the young man who led the heroes as the captain of the Argo, while pondering the wreckage of the ship, was crushed to death by its fallen stem post.
Oh, hey, welcome. Oh, it's so nice to have a first-time chat that's not from a bot. Welcome, Mr. Rasa.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Domestic issues, the stream.
Nice. I see through tears. The cut count. Oh, I really only knew the broad strokes of Medea's legend before.
No. And that the girl he brought home with him became a witch and continued to wander the lands of Greece.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna take some time to not hate Jason. This is Medea's legend, though, so that's only natural.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, most of this falls on Aphrodite. Aphrodite. You know, no, I'm not gonna correct myself. Gods are fucked.
Gods are fucked?
Oh, and that's why he's called, Boat Boy.
Even now, she gazes over yonder from the ashen shore. Oh yeah, they left. That's the part they left out, apparently.
Oh, you grailed him? Oh god, is he in Fate Guilt?
that Medea killed her children despite Jason.
What? Oh, Medea.
Something finally snapped.
Indeed. Oh my god. Yep, there it is. So they left it out in Nofsi's version, huh?
It's kind of a hard detail to keep in a sympathetic moment.
Uh-huh, exactly. That was probably the right choice. Oh my god. Oh, it's
depends on
the
the version of the
variants.
myth. That makes sense. That's fucking...
Honestly, the Fate versions of each myth are no different than all the other ones, right? It's just another
What's one
fork of
sentence
the
you
myth.
can say that applies to every single myth ever? Depends on the version of the myth.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because like there's all these different like ancient versions of the myth, and then there's just the Nazi version. Although that was, these mythology scenes are amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite aspects of HA. And now it looks like we're gonna get one for every servant. We got one for Lancer, we got one for Medusa, and we got one for Castor Medea. Oh god, imagine archers.
I see. Makes sense. But yes. HA.
Oh, I'm just reading Antimatter's comment.
Oh yeah, that
Oh, okay. Yep, myths are just all over the place. They get manipulated and changed every time they're told.
That's quite a fucking legacy to have.
Just making everything darker.
Euripides.
So Euripides is like the edgy fanfiction writer?
Oh.
Oh? Not a spoiler?
In the Fate version, Jason was apparently trying to hang himself when the mask fell on him.
Oh. Yep.
Well. We'll find out. Probably more about him at some point. If nothing else, we should do, like... I should probably actually read some mythology someday.
Same. Like I keep saying, I'm interested, and I'm very interested. I guess I don't... Oh god, it's the same thing as Fate. I don't know where to start. And I feel like the answer is less...
Oh, it's Fate.
Easy than Fate.
You see, for mythology, you just have to start with the visual novel.
God, I wish it were that simple. I started with Percy Jackson.
The light novel.
Yeah.
Okay, but
And then
AJ
Fate. And then Fate, yes.
Yeah, start to... There is no starting point, so that makes it even harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
The many sins she'd accumulated. Oh yeah, the Iliad, the Odyssey.
Heard Overly Sarcastic Productions has good
association.
videos on mythology.
Oh,
Huh?
don't like Gollum juice.
You tried the Gollum juice?
I'm trying it, putting in more honey. But yes,
It's nasty.
I'll continue to read. Is that a spoiler?
Let me go back. Huh?
And the many dreams she had left behind.
Oh, Dante's Inferno? For a second I thought Devil May Cry Dante, and I'm like, what? I was actually jealous because there's like another class in high school that was reading Dante's Inferno, and it sounded really interesting. We read something completely forgettable. Hence why I don't remember what it was. Oh, there's so many questions about what Dante would be. It is... Wait, no, you know the answer to that.
Like Dante Devil May Cry or Dante Alighieri? There's a few answers. And I won't spoil you on them. Anyway.
Yes. I believe that is a U-line.
Oh, yeah. And the many dreams she had left behind.
Let me go back.
Though she knew those wishes would never be granted.
I want to return to my country before I die.
As though in atonement, the woman continued to hope.
Dizziness overcame me, as if having seen a fragmented dream.
そうだ。話を聞くんだっけ?
That's right. Wasn't I going to ask something?
I'll be alright. So long as I'm careful, a conversation should be fine. It's akin to jumping into a lion's den out of curiosity. But this time, the witch seems so sated. Surely she'd overlook an unpleasant question or two to kill some time.
また来たの? 何のつもりか知らないけど、勇敢ね。
Oh, my heart. I think that was the hardest hitting scene. The hardest hitting mythology scene.
And how they just go from that directly into
this.
Castor with her hood down, just actually kind of happy.
all these scenes, I think they all serve to make me want to do one thing. We have to give them their happy ending. We have to make this hollow Ataraxia solid. Nasu, please. Back so soon. I don't know what you intend upon, but you sure have guts.
私が一人でいる時がどんなに危険か分かっているでしょうに。
Wise, you're gonna kill me.
The Archer backstory.
Oh, Ice. It just goes into that, the mythology music starts, and then it goes right into Dean's Day Night. Oh, that's the funny answer. The sad answer is... the only thing that can make that hurt more is Taiga being there.
Oh, please. Like Taiga would play a role in Archer's life.
Oh, I meant her hearing what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. No, I'm not gonna cry again. We're at a nice number. We're gonna keep it there. I'm sure you know how dangerous it is to approach me when I'm alone. Just as she says herself, being near a caster when there's no one else around is unquestionably dangerous. The real hazard is not the fact that she can use her magic without the concern of prying eyes, but the fact that she cannot control her emotions while not under the scrutiny of others. Once caster snaps, there's no way to stop her. Oh, no, we didn't watch all. Oh, yeah, we did. It's just not done yet.
Yeah, all that's out, yes.
Yeah, we watched everything that's out. I was like, wait, the series isn't over. Oh, wait, it's an abridged series. It takes a lot of time. It was so good so far. I want that. Or master? Wait, who's master?
I assume Kuzuki?
Yeah,
God,
I'd assume Kuzuki.
I don't remember what happened 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm skipping out of that. I need to go back and watch it abridged again. It's definitely worth a rewatch. But yes.
Yeah. Let's spectate it.
Abridged is amazing though. She may act like a calm witch.
Juice and read through the mix.
The golem juice. She may act like a calm witch if an outsider were present. But when left alone, her feelings run wild. I could really use some golem juice sweet now. Well, oh yeah, abridged was the origin of Angry Matthew.
Was it?
Also, Emiya.
I thought that was a meme before then.
Oh, it was? Also, your favorite scenes are Emiya, and Emiya.
From?
You finally got Emiya. The boy.
But yes.
Wait, different
We'll get to Fate Go one of these days.
There's multiple Emiyas?
We'll get there one of these days.
Okay, I have a theory, and I'll save it. What? Well, people do call that being emotionally... Do people call that emotionally unstable or delusional?
いや、ちょっと気になることがあって。
Oh, spoilers? Oh my god, why?
Oh
my god.
And remember, even approaching or passing the spoiler line, there's never any hard feelings. Unless it's
yeah,
like...
I know, it's just...
Because it would have to be pretty obviously, like, malicious and intentional to ever be, like, anything bad.
People
get
no hard
excited,
feelings.
people talk a lot. When people talk a lot, they might accidentally spoil stuff.
Like,
and they also don't know what lines are considered spoilers in different places, and...
Like, it's really... Oh, I'm so happy. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm glad.
I'm so glad you've been enjoying.
Glad you can enjoy the
That's
content.
why we do this.
Yeah.
But no, like, I totally get it. Like, it's so hard to remember that some people don't know that Archer is Shiro now.
Yup. But yes.
Oh, was that you? Or... I didn't...
The VOD people represent.
VOD people represent. You got to watch Miss Pistol Pebble unfold again.
It's just something I've been curious about.
今は機嫌が良さそうだから、今のうちに聞いておこうと思ったんだよ。
You looked like you were in a good mood, so I thought I'd take the chance to ask you.
Yeah, it's a nice. Also, HA is a lot less well known, so it's a lot harder to like run into spoilers there. The atmosphere goes ever so slightly heavier. I can't believe I managed to avoid Saber being King Arthur for so long.
Yup.
Hey,
That was pretty
Kiki.
impressive.
I guess she's already figured out what this might be about.
何かしら。あまりいい話ではなさそうだけど。
So good. I love HA. So your favorite fake ghost servant is blanked out, HA spoilers. Let's see. Whatever could that be? I don't suppose there'd be anything pleasant.
ただの質問。長居するのも恐ろしいし、サクッと聞くけどさ。あんたがこの状況を解決する気がないのは分かってる。それに関してはどうこう言う気はない。
It's just a question. I definitely don't want to overstay my welcome, so I'll just get to the point. I know you have no intention of doing anything with the current situation. And I've got nothing to say about that.
Because she's finally somewhat happy. Oh god, I just realized something. Playing through Stained is gonna hurt so much more now.
Yeah. Watching other people fate route.
Cast.
ただ、
Oh, that
一つだけ
final
知りたくな
caster
ったんだ。
Kuzuki Soichiro.
But there's just one thing I'd like to know.
あんたほどの魔術師なら、この4日間のことなんて簡単に調べがつく。なら本当の話、あんたは本当のことを知ってるんじゃないのかって。
For someone as skilled a sorceress as you, figuring out something like these 4 days should be a cinch. So be honest. Don't you know the truth behind what's happening already?
The truth. Yeah, no worries, Fiji.
Oh.
Lurking is totally appreciated.
Yeah.
I often lurk, so.
Yep.
面白いことを言うのね。
Oh, very interesting.
私がすべてのからくりを知っていると
I should know all the workings behind this, you say? A broad grin spreads across her face. It's the polar opposite of her smile from before. A smile that carries an unmistakable omen of death.
残念ながら外れよ坊や。
Unfortunately, you're way off, Boya.
確かに初めは手を尽くして危うく天をつかみそうになったわ。けど今の私はその一歩手前。
That's a couple wasted dollars.
Wait, what?
I think I just hate honey.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it too
It's
sweet
Jacob.
or... Yes. It is true that at first I tried all possible means and seemingly almost grasped the root of it, but my current self is still one step away from that. The root. What was that? Thank the root.
Let's not.
ほら、お遊戯は全てを知れば終わってしまうでしょ。だ
Praise
から
the
解
root.
明するのはやめて、その前に手を離したのよ。
There it is. The play ends when it's all known, doesn't it? That's why I cease the search and just let it be. She doesn't want it to end.
やめておいたね。
So you stopped there.
そりゃ同じことだろ。結局知ってるようなもんじゃないか。
Oh.
Are you trying to Gollum juice again?
No, unmistakably, I think I just hate the taste of honey.
Really?
Like, I like it as an additive in some things, like honey flavored things, but like, oh. Yeah, fuck if I know.
Huh.
It's just,
I mean, that's fair. It's really sweet.
it's not the sweetness that's the problem, it's everything else. Isn't that the same thing? It means that you pretty much know already, doesn't it?
ええ。でもまだ誰にも教えてはいないわ。
Indeed. Indeed. But I have not told anyone yet.
犯人を当ててしまったら事件はおしまいですもの。この犯人は何もできないし、無理に捕まえる義理もないですからね。
Because if the culprit is found, then the whole affair would end. And since the culprit can't do anything, we have no obligation to forcefully capture them either.
なるほど。犠牲者は出ないから感染してるってわけか。そういえば、割と受け身だよな、あんたって。
Oh, Caster.
I see. There are no victims, so you're just spectating. You're quite the passive character, aren't you?
じゃあ、今回もずっと傍観してくれるのか？
Then, will you stay a spectator from now on as well?
私から手を出す気はないと言ったでしょ。
I do believe I've already told you that I have no intention in getting involved.
でも最後の時になったらそう言ってはいられないでしょうね。
When the end comes, I cannot say that will be the case.
終わるというのなら私も黙ってはいない。いえ、私じゃなくて私のマスターがだけど。
If it were to end, then I won't be silent. Rather, it's not me, but my master who won't. It's the same thing in the end, sighs Caster. She may be known as a treacherous witch, but her obedience to her master, Kuzuki, oh god, Soichiro. Did I get it? Did I get it?
You added an R again, you know.
Kuzuki.
Soichiro.
Kuzuki Soichiro is absolute and unwavering. There. Keep messing it up. I keep messing it up. Well, you could also say she's head over heels for him. She seems to think she's not been found out yet, but it's a well-known fact to everyone aside from Castor and Kuzuki. The moment Kuzuki Soichiro says, "Assist me," to Castor, she would obey regardless of what it was.
Oh my god, they think everyone doesn't know?
Yeah, I think so.
That's adorable.
Oh my god. I love these two.
あんたとしては続けたいけど、久月先生が解決すると言ったら手伝うってこと？
You said you wanted it to continue like this. But should Kuzuki sensei tell you to settle it? You would still help?
そうよ。犯人の邪魔はしないけど、協力もしない。
That's right. I won't interfere with the culprit, but I won't cooperate either.
いえ、できないのよ。終わる終わらないは、私ではどうにもならないことですからね。
No, I can't do that. Whether it ends or not, there's nothing for me to do about it.
わかる？だからあなたは目障りなの。続けたいって言うなら飽きるまで続けさせればいいのに、自分から邪魔しようとしているんだもの。
Do you get it? That's why you're an eyesore. If you want it to continue, then you should just let it continue until you grow tired. Yet you yourself are trying to interfere.
ほんと。何度あなたを殺してやろうと思ったか。
Seriously, how many times have I thought of killing you?
一応聞いておくけど、今の冗談。
Just for the record, was that a joke?
あら、私が冗談を口にできる女かどうか、あなたは知ってるんじゃなくて？
Oh my. You ought to know when I'm capable of making jokes already, don't you? My back freezes over twice over. I knew it wasn't a good idea to stay here for too long.
あんたはとことん傍観者だってことは分かったよ。この話はこれっきりにしたいところだけど、どうして殺さなかったんだ？一度ぐらいはいいだろうに。
I do understand that you're nothing but a bystander. I just want to end this talk here, but... Say, why didn't you kill me? Just once would have been fine. Yeah, that's a point, though. He's never died to her.
It's true. Only Shiro. Only Shangra. Well, no, not really. Since it's Castor we're talking about, you'd think she'd lose it and skewer me at least once already.
どうしてもないの？
Not here. No reason in particular.
マスターが一度もそれを望まなかったからに決まっているでしょ。
My master never wished it to happen. That's all. She declares flatly. I smile at her graciousness.
そうか。そうだったな。
I see. I guess so.
Yeah, Shangra. This strange Shiro possessed by Ongra.
最後にもう一つ
Situation we
聞い
got
とく
going
わ
on。here. Demonic possession.
One last thing I'd like to ask. Well, to be fair, apparently the demonic possession cases were those wolves that were chasing after Shiro.
But I have my theory.
You do, it's true. But you have your theory, that is.
仮に久月総一郎がこの異常に
Each
気づい
wolf
た
is a
らどう
past
すると思う
Shiro or a past
解決し
Shankar.
ようとするかなそれともこのまま放っておこうとするかな
Suppose that Kuzuki Soichiro notices this abnormality. What do you think he'd do?
Bazette and
Will he
Karen.
try to solve it? Or will he leave it as it is?
Bazette and Karen are so good. I can't believe Bazette knows
You-
Kidai.
you're right, Karen. Hey, Gil.
Hey, Gil. We just experienced Castor's backstory. My heart is in pieces.
なあ本当の話
Their opinions,
あんた
Rev.
らはどうなんだろ
Huh? Oh, yes. This game is amazing.
Say, what really happened to the two of you?
It's a very common opinion.
Yeah.
For an instant, the air is completely frozen. I could have died 4 times within 3 seconds. Castor, restraining the magical energy that could kill me with just a glance.
解決するわ。
He would resolve it.
総一郎の善悪は坊やとは違うけど、あの人は
Gollum juice.
Yeah.
自分が間違っていると感じた
No,
ことを
no, just
正す人だから。
just back to a meme. Ignore me. Oh, Sraza.
Sraza. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Like, if we get anyone's name
Mine
wrong,
just blanked
just-
out. But my yeah.
Huh?
Sraza, Sammy.
Sraza, Sammy? Yeah, there's... Hey.
Okay. I just went for the first 4 letters of your name because I'm like, there are a bunch of letters there. I will go for rolls dice 4 of them.
Yep.
But yes, HA.
Huh. Soichiro's conscience is different from yours, Boya. But he's still someone who will correct what he feels is wrong. Yeah. Her answer has a shadow of sadness to it.
そっかあんたのマスターは俺に似てるんだな
I see. So your master is like me.
I say that to myself in reverence as I let out the melancholy that is built up in my chest.
違うわね。あなたが総一郎に似ているのよ。
That is wrong. It is you who is like Soichiro. Soichiro. Castor would never get his name wrong. Her reply echoes with pride.
ああじゃあこの辺で
Then we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
つまんない話をして
Shiro,
悪かった
Shakra.
あんたは思う存分ここで我関せずを貫いてくれ
Sorry for bringing up something so trivial. Please feel free to just stay here and be as indifferent as you want.
言われなくてもそのつもりよ。
You don't have to tell me that.
けど、そうね。一人で頑張っているあなたに敬意を表して、すべてが終わる時が来たら、見送りぐらいはしてあげるわ。
But so well. To show respect for all the hard work you've been doing alone. I'll see you off when everything's about to end. Oh god, that's such a mood.
Yup.
That's why it's so hard for me to get into new things. Oh, without the structure of these streams, my experience with AT would probably be very weird. But yeah, I hope it's so enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of experience this game in relatively short chunks. And barely focus on it, too.
Yep. That's why swords are a thing.
Yep.
Yep. God, so many streams. Oh, I barely watch anything anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
no,
skip
it's
a
totally
lot of
fair.
the off-topic chatter.
It's
Yeah,
totally fair.
same. If I was a casual watcher, you better believe I'd only be watching like 10% of us.
And that's also completely valid.
Yeah, same with tabletop RPGs. Yeah. Watch a part and then watch another part. Yeah.
Yeah, just get to the parts. Whenever
Fair.
the button's pressed.
Yeah. Well,
Here we go.
there is literally no wrong way to enjoy our content.
Enjoy it however you like. That's the point, after all. Oh, hey, Pokesamus. Another first-time viewer. Hi.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
First-time chatter, at least.
Oh, yeah. It must be, like, especially weird without context. Oh, I'm so glad, though. Because I need some sort of background noise whenever I'm doing anything, so... Stream banter is always nice for that.
Yeah. I can imagine that.
Yeah, trick speed.
Like-
Oh, I keep forgetting about that trick.
I can barely use it because I feel like the world is expanding in time and I'm slowing down. Crazy shit.
Why is you're managing the swords
Yep.
and the spoils?
Speaking of pacing, though.
Swords and spoils.
Oh, I wish I could
Aw.
use 2x speed as a thing, and sometimes I still do, but like,
It depends on how
it
fast of
still
a
just
speaker
detaches me from
the
reality.
person is. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tosaka.
yeah, basically me.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, you don't know everything, but you know some things. Also, this visual novel was an absolute nightmare to get a hold of. It's so worth it, though.
Yeah. But yeah, though, we have
Yes,
been sitting on this text for a little while.
Mean level. Mean race pull. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
grab that CG so we can pull it up
Oh, yeah.
whenever we go off topic.
Watching the scenes that you know about already. So basically how I was with Heaven's Feel.
Yeah, because context adds so much to the scenes. Like, imagine watching the answer without everything leading up to it.
So that Reddit post was real. I found that afterwards.
Because you're talking
We
how that
didn't
was
get
probably a
to check
scam.
it. I told you it'd be easier that way. They already found it. Anyway.
Alright. Yeah, I think I used Beast Lair or something
Yeah.
for the patches.
For the patches, but just for everything, and as the game. Well,
I had to completely legally download it in like 15 parts. And it was all like super throttled because I didn't pay for the service.
Should've just gone to Reddit.
Should have gone to Reddit. That's the sentence I never thought I'd say. And you know what? I'm dumbfounded.
Reddit is useful. Reddit is very useful. There's just a lot of places on it that are.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Well, let's get back to
HA.
HA.
Easier to experience. The
reverse of what I did. I guess I don't get what you mean with that, because like I did watch certain scenes.
Tears of fake stuff. Wait, where's the only watched Dean and assumed all fate works for this bad tier?
Ah, the tier I saved you from
Thank
entering
you.
by accident.
Thank you. It's like, oh, the 2006 one is first. I guess that's where I start.
Shiro's dumbfounded though.
He is. He's dumbfounded that Dean exists. Her words leave me speechless.
何ですかその顔は。私の言っていることがわからない？私は最後の時になったら。
What's with that face? Do you not understand what I'm saying? When the final moment comes, I'll...
わかってる。手伝ってやるって言ったんだよな。
Aww.
I got it. You mean you'll give me a hand?
お世辞抜きで頼りにするよ。
I will no doubt be relying on you.
Yeah, you got spoiled on Karen being called Karen.
あんたたちに手伝ってもらえるのは、もしかしたら一番の励みになるかもしれない。
Frankly, having you two helping me might just become my best encouragement.
There's so many ways to experience fate. The most confusing one I can think of is playing HA before anything else. Let's see, like... Yeah, that sounds like a good reaction. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that is pretty... Oh,
okay,
that
what the
would
fuck
be
was
so
this?
dumbfounding.
It really would be. Oh, I remember that movie. That was when we were going to do the 24-hour stream, but I had to delay it, so we're like, okay, we'll just watch this movie.
Yeah. HA first? Yeah, I feel like it...
Yeah, the day
I feel like HA benefits so much from Fate's Day.
Like knowing the characters.
Yeah.
The back night
scenes would still be
on their own.
great.
I mean, it would be better knowing who Kide was already, but for that one, the forest one.
Yeah.
But it's still really good.
With HA, with HF1 2 extra.
Huh? Wait, what about HF1? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm the bone of
Oh,
my
thank you
soul.
so much.
Hey.
Eric Freedom Gamer Man Bob Eyes. Your many names have been announced. Thank you so much for the 4 months of Prime though.
All of them in a row. Yes, thank you for the Bezos bucks.
Is that what we call them now?
I mean, that's just a nickname for them.
Oh no, what have I done? People now know you're Minecraft. Day night, HA, 0, everything else. For you, oh god, are we gonna put 0 after HA? For a bit.
The Bezos pesos. No, we were never gonna put 0 after HA because I knew how long HA was going to take.
Especially when you do
And
this.
I knew that the odds of you encountering something from 0 were near 100%.
Oh yeah, easily. There's no way we wouldn't.
And yeah, Wise, you had the fucking dream path.
Yeah, no, that's perfect as far as spoilers go. Oh, we friend forced you to play Medea first.
UVW abridged HA Fate Go another. Huh.
Oh, that is a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
It was so interesting without experiencing Heaven's Feel. I am very happy that UVW Abridged are probably bringing in a lot of people who wouldn't otherwise get into Fate. Oh no. My headset died.
Yup.
But yes.
See how bad I am at keeping us on track? I say, okay, let's get back on track. Oh, chat messages. I'll pay attention to these.
I swear, like, sometime we
I don't
need to
regret
just
it
have
much,
a just chatting stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bonus stream. We did this with the goal in mind of getting through this scene.
Specifically this scene. Consider the unrealized. It's fun to just talk. Honestly, we should...
Oh god, yeah. That's... I'll say one last thing before I try to stop this derail and we can get back on track. Like, I fucking... Oh, I hate that feeling when I watch something and I'm like, wait, this is a sequel or a prequel or something. I don't have all the context here, but I should from other works to get the best experience.
Oh, exactly. That's the thing. Like, the derail is great for Twitch.
Yeah.
It's probably extremely confusing for YouTube.
Yeah.
Tuesday night? Oh, imagine that being the only thing out. Oh god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, they just didn't get Shiro.
The Dean anime that just made Shiro like super happy a lot of the time.
That is one thing you voted really well. The expressions.
Oh, Zero Dean Stay Night. Oh, the
animation.
Oh yeah, that is the implication of what you said before.
Oh god. Yeah, cause
it was before
I
the
specifically
photo
watched Dean first, so I didn't have to go back to that bad animation.
Oh.
Like every time Keiko does a crossover. What?
Yeah.
Oh, Lost Butterfly is so good.
Shiro.
Oh my god, yeah. Dean is... I keep forgetting that Dean is actually like a decent studio when it's not Fate. Because I just don't trust them anymore after that adaptation.
Yes. And yes, Nasu can write loads of characters. It's just... There's a certain, like, subset of certain ideas and, like, certain hearts that you can see in certain characters.
Character cores rather than characters.
To me, it makes sense, because that's just how writing works. When you're a writer, when you take parts of yourself and put them into characters, of course the characters are gonna resemble each other.
That's why there's so many parallels. Yeah, Nasu's core themes are pretty pretty out in the open. I'm assuming we'll get to see more subsets in other works even.
The three characters' factions will not go down so easily.
The three characters war.
No, we will no.
Well,
but yeah, it is a fun derail. I don't wanna play that I don't enjoy derails. Clearly I do,
love them.
or else we would be able to underail very quickly.
It's why I would love to do like a just chatting stream sometime.
Yeah. But we should probably make a little bit of a Kara no Kyokai. Yeah, we gotta
do something with Kara no Kyokai.
Yeah.
I just said one of the movies is particularly intense.
Yes. Oh yeah, auto corrected that have to have it in my head. But yes.
Yes.
We gotta move forward.
We do.
A little bit.
We have to leave Castor's Garden.
Also, hello to everyone on YouTube that just skipped to when they saw the screen change.
Yep, we are not judging you. We completely understand. I would have done the same thing.
I would do the same thing myself.
Actually. Depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah, and this was a good derail. This is a really good derail.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy to see.
Yeah.
Everyone who can't normally make it to the streams.
On a new day. Yeah.
It's been fun seeing everyone.
Yeah. Text though.
Yes, she fixes her robe and sees me off. Oh, nice. What an unpleasant subject. Even though she was in such a good mood. Yeah, it's definitely a bit intimidating. At first. But I'm glad you felt comfortable.
Yeah.
There was just one moment where she looked like her past ominous self.
本当の話、
Thank you.
あんたらはどうなんだろ
It's my goal. I like just creating a nice, comfortable community. That's my goal. Huh?
What really happened to the two of you?
The boy who said that is already leaving. Huh?
Oh, hey.
The italics. The italics with the word really, though. And the truth. The witch conceals her body with a black robe, and, rather than disappearing, stands completely still. Mero said 2 hours, which means like 3 or 4 for us.
Well, Mero said 2 for us, but that was probably overestimating us.
Someone who likes someone. Someone who is alike to someone. I see.
I see. Your master is like me.
The present that is like reality. The illusion that resembles reality. That is wrong. Oh, wait, no.
That is you. That is you.
Oh, that is wrong. It is you who are like my master. The disjointed thoughts swirl together and dissolve. A muddy mess. Scenes of the present world that have already become the memory of another. Memories from when she still lived as a human, and a bad dream she had just seen a little earlier.
Yeah.
Huh?
It would be 2 hours with Wise actually trying.
Yeah. Like the cauldron where the old sheep was boiled. The dead and living are mingled together.
本当の話ですって。
What really happened, you ask? Seriously? Again with the fireworks? This is really killing the mood, you know? The witch bites her lip ominously.
Well, it's a metaphor for the explosive anger building in Medea.
Okay, that works. Perhaps an evening shower. Oh, there we go. Thunder can be heard in the distance. The sound of rain hitting the trees evokes a vision of the scene where they first met. Even if she gives in to frustration, only one thing comes to her mind. That day. The dried out palms of the man that grasped the hand of the foolish woman who had never been chosen by anyone. Rain. Rain is falling. She looks down briefly, only to see that the hand is
Worm.
covered in blood. Hey, Worm. It's time to cry. The rain. Straining her ears, she could hear the ragged breathing. A body frozen like ice, and her head frighteningly blank. Rain. Rain. It's rain. A body threatening to vanish, her reason threatening to collapse. The sky she looked up at is high. She calls for help and receives none. And the fading body grows ever colder. Oh. But tonight is different. Her magical energy is running out. There are few spells at her disposal, and none to secure a vanishing life with. No. To begin with, because the night when the cold rain fell was warmer and filled with light. Her death was nearly instant.
His death was nearly instant.
His death? Oh. Him. This is the story of one man. It begins about 25 years back. The story of a lethal weapon that was tempered for as long as he lived. Kuzuki! We get more? You want to take this? With the lore?
This is the story of one man. It begins about 25 years back. The story of a lethal weapon that was tempered for nearly as long as he lived.
Even Kuzuki gets a lore bit.
He did not know what the group was right until the very end.
I love that shot of the trees.
In the middle of It's been used before.
Uh-huh. Yoroko.
That was,
Yoroko,
yeah.
right?
I don't imagine it's the same forest, though. In the middle of secluded mountains, amidst a community that gathered and lived together like mountain ascetics, he came into existence.
Walk about hollow.
Without parents or siblings, he was born as a child with no connections whatsoever. It might be more accurate to call it an emergence rather than a birth.
Oh, the seed or the Kirei one? Because they're
The
both
baby
amazing.
grew up in the midst of that gathering. Yeah, they're both. This
Oh,
one?
this one is so good.
All right.
Scene is so good. It's up there for me. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a ranking of scenes.
Super
It's gonna
promising.
be hard.
The baby grew up in the midst of that gathering.
Kuzuki.
Fortunately, he was pure.
Kuzuki.
Even though that wasn't much of a place for living. Even though that probably wasn't how people lived.
God. Imagine if we did this last night. Or not last night, 2 nights ago. We probably would have gone to like 1
Oh,
a.m.
5-hour stream. A 5-hour. 7-hour stream. He who knew not of the outside world accepted that gathering. 20 years since then. He did not leave his allotted 10 square meters of forest and continued to temper the one technique he was bestowed with. Around the age of 10, he was told that the community was a factory. A place where the necessities of daily life are mass-produced through the work of many. Since he had no experience in creating things, he didn't have to wonder which side he was on. He had no objection to the fact that he was a daily necessity. Instead, you could probably say he was relieved. It would have been strange otherwise. All day long, he single-mindedly repeated the same steps. No need for variety, just perfect this one action, said. That's the same as being a tool. They consented to the fact they were tools being used by total strangers, and further polished their function. To put it another way,
I'm just thinking like...
those unable to come to terms were grief-stricken, became unable to keep up with their daily work, and disappeared even from the memories of the tools.
The stream will probably go... I was thinking like normal length, but it may go longer if the scene does.
Yeah. We'll go for normal length unless the scene continues after, in which case we'll probably finish the scene.
Mm-hmm. That is the purpose of the stream, after all.
So, about another hour to maybe 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
It was shortly after that when he guessed his own function. Extra knowledge was driven into them for when the time came. Daily necessities though they may be, they had to become pseudo-humans to manifest their function. The knowledge necessary to function as a human. While considered an excess, It was rare for them to be used without that knowledge. Although it would seem we're against including extra functions, it was something unavoidable.
It's blocked out. Hmm.
To him and to... It was no doubt an agonizing decision. Well, thanks for holding.
Thank you.
Knowledge that
See.
he hadn't been taught until then. Things that are common knowledge for a human. Things that would make him inconsistent if learned. It was only dead weight to slow him down. However, thanks to that knowledge, he learned the name of his function. Murderer. To be detected by no one. To kill the victim before they are even aware of it. It was the function expected of him. Or that was the function expected of him. Being a fast learner, he left his 10 square meters of forest and came to serve more frequently at his court.
Kuzuki was also
But even
a sword.
that happened only once a month or so. He was also what?
Kuzuki's the sword. Tool.
Yep. There, he learned the cost of perfection. And the appearance of the who were using him.
Yeah, no. Court sounds
Yeah,
very Fae.
it
Wait, do
does.
Fae exist in Nasu's universe?
Oh, we'll talk about that whenever it gets brought up.
Next sentence.
The court was an immaculately clean place.
It might be. It might be.
The buildings where demons were said to live. The place rumored to be a hellish pandemonium was in fact a spotless white world.
Oh?
The scraps of tools that didn't listen to and were disassembled while alive.
Oh, wow. I didn't think we'd go. Yeah, no, this is like. Wow.
And the remnants of those who brought shame to and had their brains transplanted into animals as punishment.
So this is literal demons. Oh my god.
I mean, this shit just sounds like fucking bullshit.
Sounds like what?
Fae bullshit.
It wouldn't surprise me. Fae are actually really fucked.
And the fish tanks
Oh my
packed
God.
with flesh of the children who were gathered for the comfort of
Kotamine.
nothing. None of it was there. Those were all things that certainly happened, but they had nothing to do with this place.
Still happened.
In this pure space,
I didn't think Kuzuki was like this.
having known not one speck of guilt. As an ineffective form of staving off boredom,
They did that stuff, just not here.
aiming aiming for nothing but the expansion of tonight's menu by a mouthful. Exchanged completely unrelated human lives for money.
Ah, capitalist.
Please save me.
Damn.
I don't want to die. Please let me go. Those pleas were to be all laughed off as filthy and silenced. And so, without the even noticing, the ones exploited realized something in their final moments. These humans were speaking a different language all along. They were both living beings, yet their hearts were created differently. Things like the voice, the dishes lined up along the dinner table did not exist to them.
What?
To the voice of other humans would never in a lifetime reach them.
Oh my god.
This is not a matter limited to just their court.
Kuzuki.
Thus said the ones who oversaw him. Those who are the privileged few who use us tools. The world is governed by humans who are not humans. He was told his function was to kill just one person for them. He didn't think that was evil.
I'm dying right here. Oh my god.
Mentally,
Kuzuki.
he was already perfect. His morality was bred for the convenience of the Fae. Oh, that was the wrong button. I've just been saying that
Oh,
whenever
really?
I cut it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it really feels like that's what's going on, Dustin.
I've just... Like, even if I know some shit, like, no matter what, this literally just sounds like old fairy myths. Anyway.
I didn't know there was a Feywilds in the Nossyverse. That's like a whole new side
Well,
to the Nossyverse I didn't
Feywild
know
is
of. Or not Feywilds, but
I
like,
mean, the Feywild is,
Fey
yeah,
myth.
is like a specific thing. I mean, you know, fairies are a thing. They're in myths and legends.
It's like a whole new side to the Nossyverse.
To him, murder was not evil. If anything was evil, then it was actions that were not logical. The logic of a tool. The logic of existence. Simply put, if an ink brush loses its use, then that is evil. Something made for killing people overlooks its target, that is injustice. If you put it this way, we're not doing anything wrong. They were creatures that had been given such preferences and privileges to begin with. If they cared about their slaves, then the reasoning by which the world was managed would not stand. And that is how he was taught. Now, he witnessed this cruelty. He did not detest them. If there was something evil, it was just one thing. Do not doubt one's own function. That should have been what was correct for him. Yet for some reason, he still thought about it. What if he were to be given a function altogether different from this one? He thought of things that could be nothing but evil, like what kind of tool he would then have become. Towards his function, his daily routine continued. The art bestowed upon him was a fighting style called Snake, but he perfected it many years ago. Nevertheless, his daily routine did not change. No new techniques would be given to him. He was simply created as a snake tool. However much capacity he had, there would be no meaning in adding other functions. And like that, another 10 years passed, and he reached the 20th. Finally, nearing his expiration date as a tool, he was given a chance to exert his potential.
お前の完成には2000万の金と時間がかかっている。
There's a voice.
Your perfection cost 20 million in time and money. If there was anything different there from other organizations, that would be it.
I don't think that's what he sounded like. In the beginning of this, I had a theory that this had something to do with Australian Gilgamesh, but that went out the window long ago.
Nah, like a
Like,
lot
as
of
soon
it
as we started
sounds like
thinking about
Fae,
Fae. Yeah.
but I imagine the answer is just humans.
Mm-hmm.
Humans who are shit.
Yep. That's probably the truth. I mean, that's what these things are made to represent.
No matter what type of tool they were, no matter what kind of function they had, a one-man, one-kill rule was strictly observed. The exact same end awaited both outstanding talent and average junk.
2000万かけて育てた道具は2000万の仕事をすればよい。
A tool that costs 20 million should do work worth 20 million. Profits will be taken. You will not be used twice. Kill yourself after fulfilling your duty.
God.
Those were their absolute rules. Ordered to kill this person, he underwent training beyond human comprehension. And then, finally, having finally perfected the technique after tens of years of practice, he will display it only once before putting an end to everything.
Oh my God.
He obeyed in silence.
Yeah, this place is so fucked.
It was said the target laid out layer upon layer of defenses. The social position necessary for smoothly making contact would be provided by... After that, he just had to proceed with his body alone. Proceeding empty-handed was done solely to make it easier to make contact with the key individual. When they leave the forest, they are promised death. A journey to die, regardless of their success or failure. Feelings of happiness? Frankly, they were likely there, however faint. Settling a balance of 20 years. Finding out the extent of his function. Even if the outcome was death, that was still plenty to look forward to. The work ended all too quickly. There were none of the expected guards or barriers. When he visited the building to do preliminary inspections for the real thing, he ended up finishing his job. The emotions of that moment were not easy to put into words. What came flying into his chest was nothing. Neither joy nor sadness. Neither disgust nor happiness. Shouldn't there be something? He thought his function would be accompanied by some emotion, but not a single ripple disturbed his mind. If only... Suppose something did move within him at that moment. Wouldn't that make him a different being altogether? If there was happiness, then on to the suicide. If there was sadness, then on to being a natural-born killer. But there had been nothing. Just utter and complete emotional deadness.
There's literally nothing. Yep, even Kiritsugu. Something.
Yeah. Well, of course he had something. He tried to achieve a mind of steel to do a goal, as opposed to being shaped into a weapon.
Suppose that's the only way it's possible. But even then...
Feelings and so forth. There were none whatsoever in the fruits of the technique he spent 20 years tempering. Yep. There was neither pleasure nor discomfort when he killed.
Literally nothing.
Only the feeling of the puppet-like target's neck breaking was left in the palm of his hand. There was no reward. Nor was there compensation. The shock of taking a person's life was nowhere to be found. Even his function itself seemed strange. Didn't need it. It was completely unnecessary. The murder of this target required no technique whatsoever. It was more like an accident.
Yep. None of that was even necessary.
A level of difficulty that needed no training. An assassination that kids in the neighborhood could have performed. It was all excessive. How on earth could something like 20 years of training have been needed?
Kuzuki.
His function that was left with nothing. The pilgrimage that was of no meaning to begin with. It's not that doubts had surfaced. There was probably no reason. There was no reason in anything. Before the corpse that he only knew the name of, he became aware of his usual apathetic self.
There's literally nothing after that job.
乾いているな。
Is it?
I'm dull.
Look at that art.
Drawing that conclusion himself, he then decided to liquidate the person he was up until then. And even then, he couldn't become Mind of Steel. Or he wasn't even Mind of Steel because he still cared enough to be, like, off-put by the fact that it meant nothing.
Noticing nothing is still something.
He did not commit suicide,
Oh
and
my
instead
gosh.
withdrew from the gathering and became independent.
Did not expect this. Oh my god. Yeah, it's more like a void than Mind of Steel. Yeah.
Except even then, there is something in that void.
Something to
Just got
notice that it's a
so
void.
fucking clouded. Something to notice that it's a void, yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have noticed. Oh, only Nelson could write something like this. Oh my god. I did not expect this today.
He did not even think about the option of going underground and hiding himself. He quite naturally moved to a faraway town and used the social position that was given to him for fulfilling his function. The personality prepared for him was one of a teacher, but he was able to master the basic knowledge and skills somehow. He had no difficulty adjusting to his new role, his completely different life.
Yep. They didn't even have like a contingency plan if he became self-aware to like go after him. They were just so confident that he would kill himself there or fail.
Or they potentially ultimately just didn't care. He still accomplished the target as long as he doesn't make himself a problem, like.
Oh god, that's true. Oh, I need to go back and watch that again.
Except in that. Oh, that's right! That's right! He was sent in to watch and potentially kill Taiga.
Oh my god.
Because of her EX rank love. In Abridged.
Oh really? Oh my god. I need to watch that
Remember?
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm remembering.
Yeah. Anyway, though. But there was just one trivial matter bothering him. Like a small thorn stuck in the recesses of his mind.
Also, by the way, this whole time the fireworks have been going outside.
Consider it the gun fire of a hectic battlefield that he was indifferent about.
Yes, yes. We'll make it work.
He did not realize what that strange feeling was until the very end.
And there it is. We finally know.
The life that he did not assume would continue for more than half a year, in fact, has continued for 5 years.
Exactly, antimatter. Oh my god, they just
Yep.
don't stop. Yeah, wait, do you still have the cannons?
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't. No, actually, I haven't heard anymore.
Oh, that's great. I know we were trying to stream one night
Which
and there
I
were
guess-
cannons going off, right? For you?
That was in Belton, though. That was where I used to live. To previously dox myself. To dox my
I
brother.
can't believe you've done this. I missed that in a while.
There were none that searched for him, and he himself decided that he would live without regard for his pursuers. It was not that he yearned for a normal life. In the 20 years he lived, he only polished his technique for killing.
It makes sense that he feels older than he is.
Because he never had a childhood.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's quite different from Baz,
Fucking-
but that
yeah.
part.
Kind of?
That part.
I feel like this was an intentional parallel that I only just recognized.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Like,
both
at
wear
least that
suits
part.
and
Oh,
punch.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no, it's all coming together now. Like, there's plenty of difference still, but it's there.
If the result
The
were something like
parallels.
that, then all that remained was to disappear without accomplishing anything more, he concluded. In short, he had lost the opportunity to find joy in life. Humans spend the rest of their lives fulfilling the hopes they've accumulated up until adulthood.
I feel like that's gonna come back later.
Whether or not they are fulfilled is not the issue. They are, in fact, an anesthesia that can expend time originally filled with nothing but agony. He who had none of this could only continue on meaninglessly. He had neither ideals nor illusions.
Dios.
He decided he would fulfill the duty of living until his own flesh would rot away, until the tool known as himself ceased to work. That would seem to make him a cold-hearted machine, but he was a human, no different from those around him. It's just that his inspiration had died. What is dead does not revive. It is not that it's sleeping in the depths of his heart, or that it's regressed or anything. It just doesn't exist anymore. No matter how human-like a life he tries to live, he will never in his life feel inspiration. He never thought it to be painful, and the people around him assumed he was strong, too. There's nothing wrong with that assumption. But he did make an effort to rot away meaninglessly like this. With his dead heart, he walked the path of hell and endeavored to live among humans. And then, he met that pale woman. He was returning home after finishing the day's work. As he was headed towards the temple gate, he caught sounds coming from the forest. Having been indebted to the temple, he took it as his obligation to see what was going on, and he found a woman covered in blood. The woman wrapped in a black cloak was so weak that it seemed she would disappear at any moment. She seemed so frail that the word vanished, rather than die, would be more fitting to describe her appearance. Later on, the witch would think, this meeting was a miracle. The thought was not hers alone. Even if it were an illusion, the impossible happened.
This was an incredible scene.
She caused his heart to beat. Or not, I guess. The heart that had beat the same rhythm for tens of years had stopped for just an instant.
She caused a change.
The interruption had but a minor effect, but it did change the beat. Something that should have been dead trembled as if to stir.
Mind of steel is impossible.
そこで何をしている？
What are you doing here? No, that sounded like a deadbeat teacher voice. What the? What are you doing here? There. The woman collapsed without responding to his call. Yep. Forest in the night. Rain. A weakened body. Clearly not a decent person. Trivial matters, including a cloak covered in blood. Ironic? Or poetic? This woman is dangerous. I mean, the answer is both.
The answer is yes. Oh my god.
Even if he tried to distance himself from it, he was out of place as well. There was no way he couldn't pick up the scent of one who was the same as him.
Also, it was so good at making me cry.
But still, he looked after the woman.
Oh, the parallels.
It was not out of sympathy for someone similar, a fellow murderer that he saved. He helped because a person had collapsed before him. The reason why he saved her was simply that. The woman awoke in about an hour.
起きたか？事情は話せるか？
It's fucking incredible, yeah.
This is definitely up there. Is it my favorite scene? It might be.
So you've woken up,
Such a good scene.
and you tell me about your situation.
I think there's actually a lot of value in reviewing Stay Night after HA again. I can really see that.
Just go on an infinite loop.
It is. No, this is...
Honestly, doesn't sound like that bad for existence, especially
I
if you
wonder
can
who-
watch people experience it the first time again.
Oh, absolutely. I wonder if Nasi would listen or not. Oh no, this is absolutely right there at the back of nights. And in that, his heart started to beat again. Or his rhythm changed.
She caused his heart to skip a beat.
She caused it to break the rhythm that it was in for the last 20 years.
Yep.
Mind of steel is impossible. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The parallels.
Definitely the parallels.
Unspoiled parallels. So good.
And the woman stared at him, dazed. There was neither bewilderment nor delight.
I don't know
Well,
what that
you wouldn't
is.
need a credit card to ride that train.
Huh?
She looked as if her despair of being alive had turned to tears and were about to spill forth.
Fate is so good.
迷惑だったのなら帰るがいい。
Fate.
忘れろというなら忘れよ。
If what I did was an inconvenience, then you can leave. If you tell me to forget about it, then I will.
Chelsea Sevilla?
Did a mashup of Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News and Working for the Weekend?
I need to
Whatever
listen
the
to that
case.
later.
Yeah.
Neil created everything on the internet. Oh god, does that mean Neil
How
created
did the
us?
woman take his words?
I'm having an existential crisis here. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Those two.
How did the woman take his words? Did she think she could use him? Or did she let her guard down at his kindness? The woman divulged her background, and he all too quickly accepted her rather peculiar identity. He embraced the woman, and also acknowledged participation in the killings known as the Holy Grail War. Of course, the witch was probably surprised too. The woman's condition was, although slightly, improving. Because while she gloated that she could have, the moment she were rejected, use magic to control his heart, her vile schemes were undone with just a single statement. It's not that he consented to her out of fear, or that he was interested in the Holy Grail. He cooperated with the woman because she had asked for his help. He was a man who saw no evil in murder to begin with. He had no reluctance to becoming a master. However, the truth is that he cooperated to distance himself from the past. If you assume there was a moment of disconnection, then this would be it. He did not realize why he had abandoned the life he had worked for until now and taken up the woman's cause.
極力今の生活を乱さないようにしろ。手が欲しいときは言え。
Do your utmost to keep our lives this way. Tell me when you need me. This was his policy. He has no desires. It was just that the woman he saved wants something called the Holy Grail. If he fights, then it is not for the Holy Grail, but for the woman. Since he promised to aid and cooperate, lending his strength to the woman is a natural obligation. To him, the Holy Grail War was an abnormality, but it was not a wrongdoing. Because to him, evil is defined as something that negates his established function.
It's only natural.
Yep.
As you said. Well, yeah, you said that a lot wise, because it's true. It's only natural. We change the story about everyone else. I have to wonder if Nasu had all this written down, like, while they worked on Stay Night? Or if this came after?
I assume that Nasu... having not read any interviews about the way Nasu writes, I assume Nasu writes nothing down and keeps it all in their heads. But I assume that most of this was vaguely in their head at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
2003!
Oh wait, 2 years? This is done in 2 years?
Well,
That's
because
pretty
Stay
impressive,
Night was
honestly.
still being written at the time, in 2003.
That's pretty impressive for something of this scale.
And so, he became the Master of Caster. He was a master without command spells, but she obeyed his words. He knew nothing like magic to begin with. She only used him to stay in this world, and planned to treat him like a puppet.
Oh my god, I'm the same way. That's how I write. I just write a whole bunch at once and then just drop it.
Yeah. Oh god, I should never work with people in writing.
It's like, thunk, here you go. Here's 15 pages.
It's just like, by the way, here's the direction we're moving in now. Everything's changed, because I had a cool idea.
Oh, Nasu's totally done that a few times. And then Takayushi's like, okay, I guess I'll stop drawing this art of Shielder then.
Well, Shielder, Shielder was, Dean thing, right? Was that original? Whatever the case. HA.
Wow.
Oh my god.
God, Nasu. That sounds like Nasu.
Half a meter long.
That's peak Nasu.
And he himself did not participate in the Holy Grail War. Rather, he left the fighting to the woman. half a mil word count.
Oh, Nasu. Oh my god, Nasu.
If there ever was a chance that he would reject her, it would only happen if she denied the Holy Grail War to begin with.
Oh, this is a link.
Oh my god! Oh. Take a bit to calculate
Nasu.
that. Hang on, let me look up the weight of gold.
Huh? Wait, why?
Because Nasu's writing is gold, is the joke.
Oh, I get it. Oh yeah, that must be so hard to carry.
I assume all of Fate lore would just be a library.
I think it'd just be a literal sea of papers. Like there's nothing that could contain all of that writing.
Whatever the case, HA.
Yes. I would love like a Fate museum one day.
As the user and the used, their relationship was perfect.
I want to go back.
Yet, for the same reason, they did not mesh together as human beings. The more the woman began to change her mind, the more of a reason he had to abandon being a master. And the more he experienced her character, the more he broke down as a tool.
To return to my country before I die.
That sense of nostalgia. He, who had no place to return to begin with, could not possibly understand it.
I do.
No. It was an emotion
Damn
he
it.
should not
Damn it.
have understood.
Damn it. Damn
Oh, hey. Oh! The battle ended quickly.
Oh, is this...
Oh,
no. Is this the true ending of this war? Oh no. You fought Gilgamesh. My god. I thought he got his hair back. The back. Oh my god. Yes. Read.
yeah, I read that part.
Oh, you did?
The battle ended quickly.
Assassin.
The gatekeeper assassin was defeated by the enemy servant. And the master who went out to face him too was defeated by the rain of swords.
Yo.
That's entirely fine for this. Running overtime.
Mm-hmm. We kind of expected.
His abdomen was cruelly torn apart.
I assume we can go back and see them.
The arms he spent over 20 years tempering vanished below his shoulders.
Master! Master!
Master! Master!
The woman's voice echoed in the temple grounds. The enemy servant seemed to have left, having finished with the servant and master of the temple gate.
Antimatter. I've seen
Yeah.
those horror scenes in a trench coat. It is. Absolutely.
Only the woman was left, clinging to the remains of her pallid contractor. With eyes that had lost focus, barely able to discern silhouettes, he looked at her. Seeing that crying face, he found himself lamenting over having done something inexcusable.
Crying face, huh?
It was not an illusion that his fading consciousness was showing him. His heart that should not have existed shed blood on the verge of death. The woman wished to return home.
Not a menu, just...
Yep,
Yeah,
the
they
menu
are.
was earlier.
No, there was no menu. Oh, wait.
The
no.
idea of a place to return to did not exist for him. A repeated sense of nostalgia. A place he'd never seen nor heard of. A dream of a paradise that he did not even have an impression of to begin with. That he did not know how to take in even in his last moments.
ここから離れろキャスター。お前の気配を察すれば今のサーバントが戻ってくる。
Caster, get away from here. If he senses your presence, the servant just now will return. He said indifferently. Condition of his body aside, it was a miracle that his spirit was still in good health. Perhaps it was the result of his long days of training. Until the moment his brain stopped working, his mind was clear.
何を言うのです。気を確かに必ず直します。あなたを死なせはしません、マスター。
You sang. Get a hold of yourself. I will definitely heal you. I will not leave you to die, Master.
The woman didn't leave. It was a bit illogical. Of course, losing a master to anchor to is a serious blow, but not to the extent that it would result in death. In fact, she had already lost one before. Considering the possibility of being attacked by the same servant again, it would have been best to leave as quickly as possible and search for another master.
見くびらないで。私は魔女です。死にかけの人間の一人や二人、簡単に作られる。
Do not underestimate me. I'm a witch. Patching up a dying man or two isn't a problem.
A miracle would not happen. The magical energy stockpiled in Ryudo Temple had been destroyed by the enemy servant. And the injuries were inflicted with a mortality curse by their noble phantasm. With a mortality curse.
こんなの何度だってや
Oh,
ってきたことなんだから。
She
失敗
called
なんてし
herself
な
a
い。
witch.
失敗なんてしない。失敗なんてしない。こんな簡単な治療。手こ
Because
ずっ
in
たこ
that
となんて
last
一度もな
moment,
い。
she she was desperate enough that she wanted her reputation for the power it would provide.
For CG though. Cece, I've done it many times. I won't fail. I won't fail. I will not fail. I've never had trouble with such a simple treatment.
Whilst crying, the woman recited magic as if apologizing. Even then. But it was no use. Even the divine words she spoke had lost their usual power. I mean, Gil has, herpy. Harpy?
Huh?
Herpy?
What?
Herpy?
Oh, the...
Percy's a scythe that stops healing.
Oh, yeah.
The woman's face was filled with more sadness with each passing moment.
やだ助けて誰かお願いお願い
Oh, Doc.
God, her voice actor is
I
killing it.
know. Her voice cast is so good. No, please help. Please, someone. Please.
助けて助けてよ
Please help.
こんなの嘘よ今まで失敗したことなんてただの一度もなかったのに
This can't be. Up until now, I've failed. I've never failed. Not even once. For healing.
Neither healing the wounds nor regenerating his body was fast enough.
Anything for Kuzuki.
She could not save anything. A witch's role is only to cripple humans. Even if she could cure people and animate the dead, genuinely saving a person was simply not possible. Perhaps it was because she hadn't really tried to save anyone up until now.
Yeah.
The parallels.
So many parallels.
She had not known of that. She had not known of that rule until this very moment.
Oh, and that was Issei. That was Issei's story.
Oh,
This has
yeah.
happened. Dead cannot bring back the living.
Ah,
My
shit,
crying
cry
is
count up.
My crying is real, by the way. Oh, got the scene.
Magic did not work. She called for help, but no aid ever came. The sky she looked up at was high, and she could not stop his body. She could not stop his falling body temperature.
死なないで死なないで死なないで死なないで宗一郎
Please don't die. Please don't die, Soichiro.
He hears wailing. Looking at her crying face gives him a headache. He realizes that this is because of sadness, and finally accepted that he could not become a tool. He just thought to live normally. When he murdered a person and became free, he accordingly took up the view that the rest of his life could only be spent away. What a blatant lie. He dared not admit it, but he actually regretted that. He always kept in his heart those meaningless 20 years, and the person he'd killed whom he had only known by name. He'd always thought it was wrong to kill someone who he knew only the name of. That was not a killing born from his own motives. He was not an adult born from his own will. How should Eve atone for his mistake? It had been fun. It was easy to do nothing but hone one single technique, to forget about thinking and be a tool. Being preoccupied with that, he erased 2 lives without a single consideration. Is there any evil greater than this? Even if those who raised him were to shoulder a part of his crime, even if he didn't know a thing, what killed another person was, inevitably, his own hands. The reason why he went on to live was because he didn't know how to atone. He stopped practicing the technique that he could call his one and only purpose, and slowly buried it within his daily life. Wishing for nothing, gaining nothing. That was the best form of atonement he could conceive in his mind. That way of living crumbled after meeting this woman. A pale-looking lady wandering about in the cold rain. She was simply beautiful. More beautiful than any woman he had seen before. That was the only reason. To that beautiful creature, he reached out his hand. Looking back on it, throwing away all those days of atonement he had accumulated, and lending her a hand was surely...
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The woman's voice had turned into a cry. What he thought was rain was something much warmer. The woman did not leave. Just as that night, arms covered in blood clung to his chest. It is truly sad that he could not see her face anymore. he thought.
そうか。ようやく気がついた。
I see. I finally realized. It took too long, but still, there was some time.
It's time.
He had for a long time wanted to apologize for something.
It is definitely best that you take the narration for these things.
Give you a chance to cry.
Also, all the lines I have are crying lines, so... Also the music.
Things he had regretted. Something he had to beg for forgiveness. Since long ago. To that which he had vaguely carried until now. He had wanted to live for someone's sake. To that pure longing.
キャスター。
Caster. That woman, the woman would not leave.
CG.
Even though the footsteps of death may have already gotten close.
CG.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kino as fuck.
So Kino.
It seems the apology was directed at himself. That is enough. He could no longer apologize, but in exchange, this woman had done it for him. Only one concern remained. He had to release this beautiful bird back to where it came from.
キャスター。
Caster. And the woman would by no means leave him. When he could no longer see anything, in the interval when he would allow for everything.
He wanted to apologize to himself.
Yup.
It's so good. That was
いいから。もう行きなさい。
Kuzuki. Oh, I feel awful for putting Kuzuki in, like, B or C tier.
Well, in Stay Night.
Yeah, exactly. Easy A.
It's alright.
Easy A.
Just go already.
君は
Possibly
こん
even
なところ
approaching
にい
us.
てはいけない。
Definitely top of A.
You cannot stay here.
Oh, wait, you had your Kire above S, right? Whereas I had S.
Oh yeah,
as
that's right. They
S.
were triple S. In that case, he's easy S.
Yeah, exactly.
Approaching triple S.
He's definitely up there. He's so good. They're both so good.
It's almost like whenever Nasu focuses on a character, they instantly become 10 times better.
Also, Australian Gilgamesh is the only one who's, like, actually bad, I think. As far as bad characters go.
Healing. I don't even think he's bad, I just think he does nothing.
Well, he's not an Asu character, so...
Feeling more peaceful than he ever had. he told the woman who clung to his remains.
He's nothing in a sea of great characters. Huh. Oh, that's...
Oh, Astrum
It's the guy from the
something.
UBW. Yeah, there you go, realism.
Casters,
It's
yeah.
Caster's first master.
Atrium Galeastra. Galeastria.
I would love to see a movie of this.
Yeah.
Please, Ufotable.
Where the woman who was left took off to is already a distant story.
Although I guess I can see
You know,
how
the fate
AJ would
route.
be. Oh, this was what happened.
When Caster showed up and was mad, like, was intensely negative about Assassin failing to protect his master.
Should have known from the moment I saw Gil with his hair like that.
Yep. It was the only route we didn't see what happened to Kuzuki.
Master. All those other Kuzuki
Yeah.
scenes hit so much harder.
Yep.
She died the most painful death. Isn't that real?
The woman was not what he thought her to be. The conclusion was not one he had hoped for. The story of the fallen killer and the witch ends here.
Unlimited Code Testament.
If there was any salvation, we should play that on here. It
Oh,
was the
100%.
brief instant after they'd met. The life that lasted less than a month was filled with many times more humanity and tranquility than what had existed up until then. Yeah, no, like...
Huh?
Yeah, in HF, that was definitely Assassin.
Yeah. True assassin.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And that's you.
What a scene.
Yeah.
75 total. We didn't make it to 80, but there was a lot. Oh, I've been updating it this whole time. I think it was like 65 when we started.
Something like that.
Rule breaker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they showed that in the anime, didn't they? I remember in the movie. Yeah, no. Nasu. Oh my god. This is right there with the back
Yeah,
nights.
definitely. Yeah,
Dizziness.
in the first Heaven's Feel movie, it was it shows And that assassin kills her as well.
Oh yeah, we don't get to see her. Yeah.
But yeah, like she in the route, we get there right after Assassin shows up, and Saber just assumes that she kills Kuzuki, but like didn't know about Assassin. But she had just stabbed herself with Rule Breaker too. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene in the VN. I was so confused.
But yeah. This.
Dizziness overcame her. As if having seen a fragmented dream. Oh, this music feels weird. The witch in the black cloak is liberated from the evening rain. She narrows her eyes at the slight vertigo and looked up to the gloomy sky.
できっこないことを言われてもね。
No point in being told something I could never do.
羽なんて初めからありはしなかったの。
I didn't even have wings to begin with. But surely, he saw her that way until the end. Even if she had fallen to the ground, her wings were light. Someday, they would slow off the dirt and return to the skies.
ほんと気の回らない人。立ち寄った場所を気に入って空を忘れる渡り鳥だっているでしょう。
Really? He just doesn't stop to think. Surely there's an occasional migratory bird that takes a liking to a place she landed at and forgets about the skies.
そんな都合のいいことを思いもしなかったなんて。
To not even consider something so convenient. She smiles ever so slightly at the monologue. As if drifting off to sleep, the witch slowly closes her eyelids. As if to bury herself in the short-lived dream. She held tightly onto this moment from which she will eventually awaken. Yet this is another fragment. A fragment that is already passed on, broken into pieces, and after faltering for a brief moment, is in the heart of the bearer, ceases to resist, and simply flows away. And so with only the mind, she could not exist. And with only the body, she could not leave footprints. At the very least, a spring that did not come would be admired, unbeknownst to others, as the paradise of a town.
At this paradise of a town.
The hollow paradise.
Hey!
Wallpaper? Wallpaper?
Wallpaper. Hey! New
What are the
wallpaper.
chances they're gonna make us cry? Alright, I guess this is a good place to call the stream.
It is just after 9 p.m. 31 minutes after 9 p.m.
What do you
where
mean?
I
It's
live.
an hour and a half. Save and title. Let's look at those wallpapers.
Fuck, that was
Oh.
a good scene.
It was so good. God.
That was 3.5 hours.
Antimatter, as you said, it was
Closer to 3 hours.
It was 4 scenes in a trench coat. 4 really good scenes in a trench coat. I think it just might be my favorite tea time scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Ranking
Quite
these scenes is
possibly.
going to be a nightmare. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we haven't experienced the whole thing yet.
One. Well, let's check out those wallpapers.
Yeah, I should put the priest up for this.
No. I think the NSFW wallpapers all got cut out.
Oh, okay. Wait. Why is it be careful? It should be okay though. Special wallpaper.
Oh, hey.
Oh, it says Fate Stay Night. That text is really hard to read. Oh, and there's another. Wait, we saw that one.
Yep.
It said 2 though.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love Nazi showing like small parts of
Yep.
other routes we never got to see. As heartbreaking as it is. Oh, it's so good. I want to be able to draw like this one day. Just to get to that level. I want to be able to draw like this and write like Nasu.
You get there.
Draw like Takuchi and write like
You get there
Nasu.
by practice.
Did Takuchi draw this?
Of course, you know, you would,
That was Kyo
Kiyohara
Harahiro.
Hiro.
I think they did other scenes here. I know. I think I actually want to set it as my one of my wallpapers.
They
But
made,
it fucks up the resolution if I use the button.
Yeah. Oh.
God, that was so
What was
good
I
though.
gonna say? Shit, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, right. That you'd probably have to study human anatomy to be able to draw like that as one of the pieces of parchment.
There's some. Yeah. Any extra increases?
Fuck. Oh, I don't. Oh god, I don't remember. But just like.
I can just increase it like once or twice.
I mean, the whole like. Kuzuki, like. Taking stock of his life. And the whole like Kuzuki. Seeing himself as dead, but then still like. Still something stirring.
Oh, that scene.
I remember that.
That scene hit hard.
Also, Kuzuki wanting to apologize to himself.
Do you want to call that a
but I don't think I don't know if I actually cried that one. No, it's only one actual cry. It only actually hit me once. Tears only left my eyes once.
All right, so just call that a +1.
But that's impressive.
Oh, it's just so good. For me, obviously, it was every part. HA good. Nasu good. Also, if my talking's a bit awkward, I have a canker sore like right on my lip and it's killing me.
Oof.
Oh, it's so good though. Yeah, it's the worst. I'm just like, come on.
But yeah. I guess at this point, let's get to know Mikuji. And thank everyone for watching. Thanks for showing up for the bonus stream.
Thank you
Glad we
so
could
much,
see
everyone.
some new
I'm glad you
faces
enjoy
here.
it. Are there any Emmas? No.
Had that great. That's maybe one of my favorite off-topic moments. Employment.
Do not become ecstatic.
Tidings.
Somewhere close to home.
Food and drink.
Abstain. Good luck.
Good luck. And yep. See you,
Wise.
Wise. See you, everybody. Peacing out now.
Thank you so much for watching. Also, appreciated everyone. Just all the new chatters today. Thank you. And
Yeah.
VOD watching and lurking, it's all fine.
Yep. Whenever you're
Weekdays
here.
so tough for a lot of people.
Thanks.
I totally get it.
If
And
you
also,
want to
like-
chat, try to make this place as welcoming as possible. If you don't want to chat, that's entirely fine. Just watch in peace. And if you want to chat, and just say a couple things, there's no pressure to keep going.
Yeah, you can just say hi and that's it.
Interact at your leisure. And also, thank you to everybody in the VODs. Whether you even want to catch us live or not, just watching along the VODs, glad you can enjoy the content. And same on
I'm still
YouTube.
shocked with the amount of
Thanks for watching along.
bodies. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry.
Sorry to
I
YouTube.
haven't been consistent with things. Whenever I have to cut a video in half, it takes a while. Because I have to surrender my computer for 7 hours. Or 8 hours.
I mean, you can
depending
set
on
it
the
to
video.
be You can set it to be really. Well, we can talk about that after.
Yeah, can you show me how to do that? Because
I will.
Resolve likes to kill everything.
Yeah, abstaining from food, drink.
Oh, and I've
Oh,
that fortune.
couldn't
I
be
already
me,
do that.
ever.
It is often me, and I get yelled at for it.
You do. Have you eaten today?
Yes, I have eaten today. I had
Good.
a bagel.
A
Oh my
single
God.
bagel?
It was a really big one with cream cheese. I remember there was a tweet. It was what was it? It was me not eating, my friends coming to my door with a pizza to force me to eat, and I just retweeted it with, "I'm in danger."
Yeah.
All right, but wait.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks so much
Oh
for
yeah,
watching.
YouTube. Comment, subscribe.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays,
Hey, what's
7
up?
p.m. Eastern
This
Time.
has
We'll keep
been-
doing these streams.
Yes.
Your turn. Yeah.
This has been the McCule Platoggers signing out.
And I'll read the Unexpectables again. I'm not even caught up with this campaign at all. I haven't even started it, but I've heard really good things. Have a good night, everyone. Platogra.
Yep.
Platogra Vesta.
Have a good whatever time, whatever day, whatever life you want to live.
Whatever, wherever. Platogra. See ya. And goodbye,
Such
YouTube and
peaceful
web.
music.
It is. It's the music.
See
ya.
a video watching people.
Goodbye. Have a good night. Or day, or whatever.